Welcome. I'm the indie dev CWDI Games, and today I'm going to walk you through creating a tank game in the Flax game engine. So what exactly are we going to be creating? We're going to be creating a 3D top-down game that's similar to this old console game from 1977. And I'm going to be using this font in the game, which is free for commercial use. And you should check out Turnius.com. Go to vehicles. Yeah, we're going to be using this tank in the game. Now comes the fun part. Documentation. So documentation can be fun, necessary. Why is it necessary? If you have design documentation and you follow it, you will, whether you're an indie dev by yourself or in a small indie studio or a large company or a middle company, whatever, everyone does what they're supposed to do. They follow design documentation. You can actually make a game and faster than you think you can, because feature creep is a thing. If you don't have design documentation, you might be working on something and you get some idea, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this sounds great. You get off on a tangent. The game takes forever to finish. I guarantee you that is why today games take like decades to finish. And back in the 90s and early 2000s, it took a few years, because I actually knew what they were doing. I need design documentation. Okay, if you're working on a game and a thought comes to you, write it down, finish the game, and you can put that in later. Okay, like patch 1.1. Here we added this new feature type thing. Okay, documentation for our tank game. Now this is very simple. Okay, it is a simple example, and so simple documentation, but really you should have everything planned out more so than I have here. This is an example. So tank game, environment 3D, camera top down, orthographic. Game, two tanks face off in an arena with obstacles that are randomly placed throughout the level. The object is to shoot the other tank. Tank has limited ammo to start with, 3 shots. Yes, be specific. There will be ammo packs which can be collected by driving into them to replenish ammo. We should be more specific. How are these ammo packs going to be in the game? Are they going to start somewhere in the level? Are they going to spawn in? We can run over them sometime. Like, you want to be specific. Menus, main menu. 2 buttons for starting the game and quitting the game. Very simple game. Here are the buttons. During play, there will be a score tracker on top of the game screen for each tank, like this. On the upper right corner will be a button to exit the arena and go back to the main menu, this button. Okay, controls, the player tank body will move accordingly. Forward W, reverse S, turn left A, turn right D. Player tank turret will follow the mouse, and the left mouse button will shoot. Okay, so we're in Flax, create a new project. Tank game. Here's our tank game. All right. So this comes with some scripts attached to the camera. Just unchecking the free camera there. All right, so setting up our camera. Okay, you want to have the camera match the editor visual position and rotation. Right click here, move camera to view. And now you're matching what you see in the editor. So let's get set up here. Go into content, new folder, models, import file. So I went to where I downloaded this tank file, so I'm going to get the second tank, open. Okay. And now I'm just going to click import. Okay. So now we have this tank model, and let's actually get rid of that cube. The tank model, put the tank model in here, and looks great, right? But there's an issue. It's all one model. That doesn't fit into my plan. I want to have the turret be able to rotate independently of the tank. So let's get rid of this. Import. Okay, go back here, open, and we come down here. So you can optimize meshes, merge meshes. Okay, you can set things up when you import it. Generate LODs. Split objects. You can split the models. Okay. Import Okay, so now it's split up the model into separate components. Tank body, right there. Okay. Turret. And so of course we would want to go new actor, tank visual. Okay, and get all of this. Okay, we can come to the tank turret and we can now I need to make it says tank 2 here, but this is all right. Rename tank cannon. Okay. Make this a child object of the tank turret, and there we go. Control S to click on that. So now we have a visual. So we're coming here and we're going to go new folder, prefabs, and we come down here into prefabs. Okay, we come down into the prefabs. Okay, we can now delete this. Click on this, and we can see it. We can add scripts to it. Okay, we can work with it here. Or we now have a prefab. Now we're going to set up the UI. New folder, images, file. So I went to where I have those images, and I can select them all like that. Color RGBA. I want the alpha to be a thing. Now we're going to design the user interface. Right click, new UI, UI canvas. You don't need to mess with these rotation values at all, they're fine. And notice we have a canvas scaler that is a child of the UI canvas. Constant pixel size, constant physical size, scale with resolution. Okay. Now, the UI controls in the Flax engine are panels, buttons, sliders, everything. Okay, images. So I should have been more specific on how the UI is going to be set up, like what UI controls are we going to have. So I'm going to set up a panel, and I'm going to have UI container, a child of that, and then have these two buttons be a child of that. So we have 4 UI controls for the main menu. Panel down here. Okay, there it is. Okay. And this is the center right here, the pivot. Might need to change that later, but here we go. Okay, so that's where the center is. All right, we have this in the center. This is going to be our container control. I'm holding down control and then I press that. Okay, now the pivot 0.5 means it's going to be the center or the origin of this UI control is going to be half the width, half the height. And if I change this to 0, see now it starts at the origin is going to be over here. Of course, half the height is going to be the origin, but this side. And if I change, okay, then you see it's over here, this little blue square right there. And now it's over there. That tells you where the origin of the UI control is. And I'm just going to be 600 by 600, and I can just put it right there. So understand that's where the center is. Well, I need to make it a child. So actually, yep, there we go. Now it's centered. So these two UI controls, I'm going to make them, they're going to be the buttons. Okay, set type, button. Okay. control, there we go. Okay, now they're centered. So this is 1317 by 472. Okay. Now these two buttons. Button 1, so we come down to the background brush, type, okay. Texture, drag it in there. Okay, and what's going on? Oh, okay. So you notice these are clipped here. So when we have clipped children or cold children on, if the image of a child UI control is outside the bounds of the parent UI control, it's not going to be shown. If we came over here, clip child, cold child, okay, and then we can see them. But I want them to really fit inside here. So now I can come up here and change the scale. Okay, this is going to be at -200. So in the UI space, negative is going up, positive is going down. Okay, now we come here to the background color, because you know these are gray, and it's from 0 to 1 instead of 0 to 255. You can do 255, but it will be really bright. So there we go. The background panel. So the color, background color, okay, now it's black. We have imported models and images, and so we just have the barely set up a game. The next video, we're going to go into coding the UI and adding code to the tank, create 2 prefabs, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching this video. Play games and make games and have fun.